Today we're back inside of Moco, specifically talking about the future of Moco with a lot of information that we just received from Supercell. I also want to give you guys my personal insight, my personal progress, and let you know what I'm enjoying and what I'm maybe not enjoying from the game right now. But I specifically want to talk about one topic, and that is the topic of PvP. As you can see right here, it's been confirmed. PvP looks like it's not something the devs are looking to take any further. Joao, in his interview, said working on PvP is not a priority. It's a PvE game. We may increase XP drops, but it's not a big priority. In my opinion, it shouldn't be in the game. Now that's a big quote there by Joao, and obviously this is his personal opinion, probably not the opinion of the entire team, but he doesn't feel that PvP even deserves or should be inside of Moco. Now, how do you guys feel about that? I know previously I have stated that games like this need something that you can come back to on a regular basis and feel addicted to, and typically, such as Clash of Clans, such as Brawl Stars, Clash Royale, this is a PvP experience. But it seems like we need to change our tune and really take Moco for what it is, accept what Moco is, and do as much as we can to make this PvE experience inside of the game the best it could possibly be. Now, before I get into just how we should be doing that, I want to urge all you guys to head on over to the shop. When you do, go to the Mo Gold packs and slide on over to the right, throw in code ECHO. This directly supports me as a content creator in Moco and just creating Supercell content. Code ECHO directly gets you involved inside of my personal Code ECHO chat as well. So come join up. You'll be part of that chat as long as you're using Code ECHO. Now, let's take a look at what's been going on, my progress, and how I've been playing the game. As you can see, I have my streak going 13 of 7, which means 7 days in a row you get bonus rewards, but I've been going 13 days in a row. I've gotten all of my daily goals done. Let's be honest, it's not very hard to do. It's about 5 minutes of gameplay to get 5 daily goals done. It gets you logging in, doing things, progressing your account, and getting your bonuses, which is quite nice. But in reality, I've been coming through to the portal every day and been completing everything in full. This morning, I played probably for 15-20 minutes, and I got as much as you could see done here. We got most of the expedition, rush is complete. The rift, I got 4 out of 5, so I need to get 1 more star. And as you can see, I've already 5-starred all of these as well, the elite contracts, with 2 days left on those. So speaking of this PvE experience, this is what things are going to look like. Currently, the state of the game, you could log in, participate in this on a daily basis, and you probably, if you just want to do the minimum, which is if you just want to complete the activities that are available to us, these activities, you have about 30 minutes of gameplay before everything is completed or completely starred, and then you have to end up going and maybe working on some weapon masteries if you want to, or just running around the open world with friends and trying to kill stuff and progress your account even more. But the incentive to grind, the larger incentive, isn't there. So my question is that enough? Is a half an hour of straight incentivized gameplay per day enough to keep you interested in Moco? And I'll tell you, for me personally, I quite have enjoyed being able to dive into the game and have a pretty straightforward, fairly simple expectation of what I'm going to have from my time. I know that I'm going to come over to this portal and I'm going to have a new expedition to do, I'm going to have a new rush or event going on, and I'm going to have a new rift to do every single day, and then on a weekly basis, we're going to get more contracts across the board. And you know what? It's just a different mindset. My mindset now is Moco's not going to be the game that I play all day long. It's not going to be the game that I put 4 hours of gameplay into every single day. I don't feel that I need to do that. I don't need to get to level 100 every time, although it's possible that I still could with the gameplay style that I have. It's just my perspective and my thought process on how I'm going to play the game has shifted. Now knowing that they're most likely not going towards a PvP experience, I thought that I would kind of feel disappointed or like, okay, well, that's not the direction I wanted the game to go. But I actually feel like let's just invest in the PvE, make it as good of as an experience as it ever can be, and then I'll feel okay about it. Because at the end of the day, I just want Moco to be the most successful, best game that it can be in whatever genre it chooses to go within, if that makes sense. Now, let's talk about the game is going to die. It's not doing the best. It's not going to make it. Well, confirmed, Moco isn't going to shut down anytime soon. Joao says the possibility right now for the game dying is 0. I love to hear that. We have too many ideas right now, but never say never. Even Fortnite could die next year. The only people who can kill Moco is Team Moco, and that's when we have no ideas left for the game. So I love hearing this. As probably do many of you, we want this game, those of you that love Moco, want it to survive. So I like hearing that the survival of the game is in the hands of the development team and not the overarching Supercell that can make that decision. I also love hearing that there's a lot of ideas, which honestly, that's not a surprise to me. I knew that there were a lot of ideas. I know that the team is very enthusiastic about Moco and that we've only seen the tip of the iceberg as to what's to come. Now, let's talk about financials. Because June was an improvement, 200 and something % improvement, but Moco still only pulled in, with its relaunch, $400,000, keeping it the lowest of all Supercell games, which that's not a big number. $400,000. We have to wonder how much promotion have they been doing? How are players with their... Are players staying inside of the game? Are they playing and then maintaining their accounts and continuously playing every day? I think that's the bigger thing to focus on. Because in the past, the issue was retention inside of Moco. Everyone would dive into the game and love it for the first bit of time that they were playing, but then they would kind of fall off. I actually find myself enjoying it. Even when I unlock all of the weapons, like as of right now, I've unlocked all of the weapons for the season. But now there's another final path to complete before the end of the season, which is like 9 more days left. And I don't feel like I'm grinding for nothing. It's actually an enjoyable thing, which says a lot because really, remember guys, we're playing a game that has no power. The only strength gain you can get is from upgrading cores that you get from doing things inside of the game where cores will drop and you'll then be able to upgrade them. Some insane grinders that are grinding all day long, they've got the max cores already. I don't, and I'm still, even without max cores or even close to it, I'm able to compete, I'm able to complete all of the activities inside of the game, and I find it quite a bit of fun. So what is going to be the next step over, let's say, the next couple of months for Moco? Well, we got it right here. And by the way, all of the screenshots you're seeing are from Moco Intel over on X. They do nice breakdowns of what's going on in the industry, essentially watching interviews and videos and then breaking it down for us. So those are directly from that X account. He says, it's July, meaning that the Supercell devs are currently on their summer break, which is true. Typically, in July, Supercell goes on a hiatus. Not that they're not around, but they're limitedly around. It's their vacation month. So nothing crazy is going to happen in July. We can guarantee that. We'll still get Season 3 on July 16th, which is new weapon passes. So we'll see what those new weapons are going to be able to dive into that, and it's going to be great. That's kind of like, if I compare it to Diablo, it's like the new class that's coming. You get your new weapons that are coming, which is essentially new classes because each weapon doesn't change just the weapon you use. It literally changes everything about how you play. Then we could expect a small update in August or September, similar to the weapon masteries. And then our next major content update is around October time, which it's actually nice to see that major updates are not just the new weapons. Those are just going to be the expected, let's say, seasonal updates, but the major updates will be something bigger, drastic changes to the game or additions to the game. And again, I want to bring this back to a point that I've made quite a few times, and that is when I think about Brawl Stars specifically and how the game started, because I was there on day one when it launched over at Supercell HQ with many other creators. The game was a shell of what it is today. And now Brawl Stars is the top leading Supercell game, at least as far as revenue goes, so success right now inside of Brawl Stars is insane because the game has continuously scaled and grown as time has gone on. There's something nice about the simplicity of Moco. It's not heavy, it's not weighed down, it's just a straightforward experience, which I can almost guarantee, without having hear any birdies tell me anything in my ear, that it's going to grow. There's going to be more to do on a daily basis as time goes on. As of right now, we're looking at about 30 minutes of gameplay if you want to complete the incentivized tasks every day. And if you don't want to grind your masteries for your weapons, just to do your stuff that's in the portal, about 30 minutes per day. I would guarantee, I would bet, let's say that by the end of the year, that's going to change to something more like you're going to have 45 to 50 minutes because they're going to bring other activities as well. And honestly, with Joao saying that PvP isn't a focus, I would say this. If PvP is not the direction, is 100% confirmed, not the direction that Moco is planning to go, completely take it out of the game now. If PvP is not going to be expanded on, improved, and made a staple part of the game, just remove it. Because there's no reason to have it if it's just a placeholder right now. For me, and I'll be honest, I barely play the PvP modes in the game now. When PvP game modes cycle through, I maybe play one round of them. So if it's not, and now me knowing that that's not going to be the direction of the game, I'm going to have even less incentive to participate in those at all. So if PvP is just decided it's not going to be a PvP game, let's remove it. Let's not even bring it in the cycle, and let's just make the best PvE possible. Now, of course, Supercell, if they are testing it out just to see what numbers look like, because they can tell who plays what, their data is there, then that's cool, you know, run your data and see what works. But if you're noticing that PvP is just not where it's at and that's not a direction of the game, I don't think there's much of a reason to have it in the game. But there is something that much of the community has been wanting back inside of the game. And that's the Mochipedia. I don't know why everyone loves the Mochipedia. This is your lore people and all of that. I think it's cool, but for me, I could not care less if it were in the game or not. Either way, confirmed, the Mochipedia has not been scrapped. Remember, this was in the version of the game that I brought to you guys 6 months ago after I went to Supercell. We showed you what the Mochipedia was all about. Essentially, it's an encyclopedia of all of the enemies that you encounter inside of the game, and I don't recall if you get small rewards as you unlock them along the way. You may. Joao says it's going to be very different Mochipedia than you saw, at least a better Mochipedia. So it looks like the Mochipedia will be returning. And the one thing that makes the Mochipedia valuable to me as a player, because I don't care about the lore of it, it's getting rewarded when you unlock a new page of the Mochipedia, giving us something of value inside of the game that can help us progress our progression. On a daily, progress our progression. That is just terrible English, but you know what I'm trying to say. That could progress our accounts in some way. That adds value to it for people like myself that don't even really care so much about the lore of it. So what do I hope to see? I hope that we have this month of July where Supercell's kind of on hiatus. They're on their vacation. By the way, I hope you all have a great vacation. I know you work hard. I hope that you take some good rest and rest hard as well. But my goal, my personal hope, is that in the month that Supercell is really not changing much, we got the new weapon pass, but they're not changing anything inside of Moco in the next month, I hope to see revenue grow. I hope to see that players, myself, yourselves, purchase cosmetics inside of the game. That's the only way that Supercell makes money from Moco, is from cosmetic purchases. So the more we purchase, the more successful the game can be and the longer it can live. That's at least my thought process. So in the month that they're off, I'm hoping that that 400,000 that they made last month in June doesn't go down and they make less the month after. And I mean, it's really simple how to do that. Like I said, throw in code ECHO before you make a purchase. And when you go to a weapon that you really like, purchase the pass for it. You'll get the cosmetics that come along with it. The things in gold are what you get. They're the extras that you're paying for, but you still get the other pass. You just, in my opinion, either buy nothing if you have no money and play the game for free, because you totally can, or if you want to support the game, buy the ones you like. Notice Singularity, I didn't pick this one up. I am not a huge fan of the Singularity weapon. I don't like it, but I'll tell you what, this ride is pretty sweet. I may just pick this up just for that ride itself. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. First, making sure Code Echo is intact. Yes, it is. Premium Pass, it's $7. I'm literally buying this for the motorcycle itself. And I'll tell you what, the hooded mask, not so bad either. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of the... Ooh, that spray is pretty cool too. I like the spray. Although I like emotes better than sprays. Let's buy this thing. All right, purchase has been made, and I mean, everything should be unlocked, right? It's all gonna be unlocked because I already completed the pass. So can I just claim them all? We got our motorcycle right there. And again, this is increasing my collector level as well. I like that. We got ourselves this cosmetic, the robes, not bad. We got ourselves the face, the chrono mask sanded. Okay. Seems like that's a recreation of something else. We got ourselves the axial singularity, which is a cooler skin for the weapon itself. And we got ourselves the spray, which you know I like the devil horns, of course. Let's actually go on over really quick. Let's put that on the weapon, see how it changes it. So that's our normal singularity. Now that is our beast mode singularity right there. All right, it looks cooler, worth the $7, but really it was all for the ride. And let me be honest with you, I got a lot of cosmetics inside of the game. My favorite one as of right now is this wolf stick cosmetic. I think it's awesome, but something I don't love with it is the ride that it comes with. He may look better just riding on the motorcycle. So now we have our motorcycle that we'll ride around in the game with, and it kind of matches our wolf stick guy too. So yeah, I think that's looking pretty fresh and I'm feeling good about it. That's how you support Supercell. That's how we help Moco sustain itself, simply by getting cosmetics that you think are cool inside of the game. And there are plenty to choose from because that's how the game is monetized. So I'm feeling excessively optimistic about the PvE future of Moco, which is something that I wasn't anticipating, being a pretty PvP person myself. But I've been enjoying logging in every day. I'm enjoying logging in even after having completed all of the weapon passes. And I just enjoy the light, casual gameplay style that Moco has to offer. Subscribe for more Moco and other top 10 stuff. I'll see you guys in the next one.